The lodge doesn't feel the same, does it?
Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's vitals. Now really isn't the time.
I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground 1,000,000 times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots.
I get the temptation to build this into something even bigger, but that's a stretch, right?
But why not go with a little intuition? Many great things in our history were discovered. I don't want to dismiss your... I'll meet you over there.
Sorry. I've been lost. Lost in thought for a bit.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
That tree's as big as the rock.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through...
unity.
Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about.
Keeper Aquilas, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still...
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the...
Oh. Oh. Yeah. How humanity comes together,
That's not exact. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well...
Perhaps you should talk about this in...
Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is?
We've lost people, Keeper.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our... We enter life as an act of someone else's. So you've pushed into the unknown, not... Oh, wait. I know it's frustrating to be in the dark, but if there's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution. But what if the story isn't a metaphor? Yes, something must be there. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. Oh yes, typically. But there is a lone zealot. I've visited her a couple of times. Oh, and if you need directions to the Enlightened, they have a branch in the...
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Problem?
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Every time I get near mast, I think they're gonna arrest me. There's a code there. Get him, boys! Atlantis is pretty awesome. Even I gotta admit that.
It's literally called the Narcissus.
As a tracker agent, my duty is to inform and advise.
Seriously, what do they even need a ship?
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment.
So many other
If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, you're not? Sorry. Can I help you? Oh, sorry. I didn't. Good to meet you. How did you end up joining? A lot of atheists just stick to themselves, you know? Don't worry. Say no more.
Given what we've seen, believing in some caring cosmic being, it does seem a little far-fetched.
It's funny, you know. I think about our names sometimes. House of Enlightenment. It's supposed to be a callback to Age of Enlightenment, when humanity first began to see the universe through science, not superstition. But, of course, most people just think we're being condescending. Anyway, was there something else you needed?
It's actually important, as strange as that may seem.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that. That's what you got out of that, huh? Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Besides what the Keeper would say about it, sounds like a gathering point, or a center. Or, in mathematics, it would mean one, like the one, the first or the beginning. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate. Oh, hey, actually hold up 1 second. You're part of the Enlightened, right? Here, little practical aid from your friends in the movement.
quantic Big Bang. Now that's a weapon.
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
I never can make heads or tails of these guys.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
I mean, I agree with you, but is now the time?
It is not an answer, for there is no question. The Great Serpent will come. All concerns are meaningless in the face of the oblivion he will assuredly bring. You wish to speak of the Keeper's Pilgrim, do you not? I will tell you of him, and then you will leave. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Strength and conviction show your worthiness to the Great Serpent. The kill is not as important as showing there is no doubt. I grow tired of speaking. Leave me.
How's the investigation going?
When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
I used to be an actuary.
Overdraft fees at Get a Bank are out of control.
Oh, you're back. What did you... Planets are often named by number. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his... Let's see. We have something that could be infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves... Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 1... And from there, maybe you'll find... Before you go, you've now spoken to many different... I know you're looking for a specific unity. And once you know, what will you do? Even the most objective scientist holds a belief that observation itself will be of benefit to humanity. You will be taking a similar part of yourself with you when you find the answer. Will that not color your perception of it? So you intend to find the truth, and then have that truth confirmed by your peers. Unity is a reality born of observation and agreement?
The scientific method is literally how any of this, New Atlantis, is possible.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
I've got some stuff on my mind when you have the time. Love the smell of getting back into the harness.
Judged.
I could really bend your ear when you got a moment.
Disgusting, accursed.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since...
What was it like?
Terrible. Terrible. It was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me. It's the worst.
The end for you.
Well, you're back. What else did you learn? If there really is, was there anything else? Yes. Let's see. Infinitum. Yes, that's it. And from there, before you go, I know you. And once you know, you will be taking. So you intend to find
The scientific method.
Well,
You got time for a quick chat? I'd appreciate it when you're able. I bet Cora's already finished the pre-flight checklist. That's my girl. Hey, when you get a moment, can we talk? Now, you're not When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
Hello, stranger. I just been on this infernal thing too much. If you want to come on over, just pop on by.
Well, hello. The worst part of space travel is having to eat alone. I've got plenty. My, oh my, so formal. I finally retired last year. I wish I could have done this when I was young. My grandkids are mortified that I'm out here. You wouldn't believe the characters I invited this one fellow over for a meal. So he boards the ship, stark naked. Ah! Turns out he was one of them old-style nudists. He said in space, no one ever knew. But Lord knows I noticed. Don't you know it? So, what? I can't believe there are so many stars, planets. Well, aren't you the most precious thing? I'm doing pretty good, but I won't let you leave empty-handed. And please do tell, what do you think? Ain't that the truth? I'm afraid I'm worn out, dear heart. But feel free to grab some extra food or... I'm just gonna grab a quick nap.
Ugh.